Welcome to the 7997 podcast. We are your hosts, Chris, and my lovely wife, Jackie.
And Fred.
And Fred, who's the mosquito in the fly swatter. And every week, we're trying to get closer to each other and closer to you guys. Are you enjoying yourself? This week, we're talking about things we don't want to get close to, i.e. pests.
Oh my gosh.
I.e. mosquitoes. Skeeters.
Roaches. Spiders. Flies.
Speaking of spiders, we actually were looking at a year or so, 2 years, 3 years ago, looking at moving to New Mexico, Las Cruces. We live in Las Brisas. We're looking at Las Cruces, New Mexico.
Oh yeah, I don't think y'all know that. Before we looked at Africa, we were looking at staying in the States for a lower cost of living, for a different environment.
So before we looked at Old Mexico, we looked at New Mexico. Yes.
That was cheeky.
And it was all going well. You know, good cost of living, beautiful temperatures. Real estate was really nice to look at. It was a college town, so there was, some things going on there.
It was a blue county.
It was a blue county, for sure. But there was something that kind of stopped, particularly my wife, in our tracks.
Absolutely no.
Our friend.
Deuces to the idea.
The tarantula. The big fuzzy hairy spiders with 8 legs. This is take 2, y'all. So last take I said 6 legs. It's 8 legs because all spiders have 8 legs.
But you didn't have to describe
which is why a crab is a spider. Yeah.
I'll sop them up with butter and Old Beto. Keep moving.
Some cultures eat tarantulas too. With butter and Old Beto.
It's only so much I can say.
We actually scratched New Mexico off the list because of the influx of spiders. It's actually a time of year when the tarantulas are migrating and they're literally by the dozens, like crossing roads and moving through territory. And that just was like a deal breaker.
I think it was breeding season.
Yeah, I think it was mating season. So they're out there looking for a girl and
just being
fresh,
hot to trot.
Hot to trot.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but. No longer in New Mexico, we're in Old Mexico now. And we
this thing is real. me and tarantulas, no. Okay, so for real, side note, when I was little, we would go to pet stores. I literally would peek my head in a pet store, ask the cashier, hey, sorry, hey, excuse me, sir, ma'am, are there tarantulas here in your store? Oh, no. Boom, I'm free to go.
You're good to go.
I'm good to go. But then if they say, yes, it's there in the back on the bottom shelf, I knew where to stop.
Yeah.
Just putting it out there. Go on back.
So, beyond her aversion to tarantulas, you might have an aversion to something else that happens to be here in San Miguel de Allende.
So we want to let you know up front.
And if you find value in knowing exactly what kind of pests are down here when you're coming down, hit that subscribe button because you're going to get value like this that you can't find everywhere.
Nope.
We're not just here for a week looking at the parochia and hitting a restaurant or two.
We want to talk about real life stuff.
This is everyday life.
Correct.
So everyday life starts with and ends with mosquitoes.
Hey.
No matter where you go on this planet, well, no, anywhere warm, there's going to be mosquitoes.
Correct.
If you're in Alaska, I would hope there's no mosquitoes.
I don't think so.
Alaska.
Maybe global warming. They may migrate.
Grizzly bears to worry about, but not mosquitoes. So the recommendation is always like clear out standing water so mosquitoes don't have a place to breed. But literally anywhere around town you're going to find empty lots. There's going to be some standing water, particularly in the rainy season where we are now. Earlier before the rainy season when it was dry, wasn't a whole lot of mosquitoes out. Didn't see them because there was no way for them to survive.
Right.
But now that we're in the rainy season, they're coming out. They're biting me, which they don't normally do. I have like a little one on my pinky finger there.
You're welcome.
Kiss it. Make it better. Kiss it. See, that's what I get. I don't remember who it was left a comment that was like, don't criticize him, love him, appreciate him.
That was a love tap?
Nah.
Who was that?
I don't know who it was. You were right up right there. Appreciate your comment. Please keep commenting.
Oh, Lord.
You see what she just did. And you've even developed your own spray.
Yes.
For mosquitoes and flies.
Gotta get them.
Which consists of?
Gotta get them. Alcohol, and then some essential oils.
Yeah.
So there's some patchouli, peppermint. I think it's patchouli, peppermint, and maybe even bergamot.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's a good spray.
Natural stuff.
Yeah. All natural. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They right and tight in the morning. Sometimes there'll be like a little cluster on the windows, like good 8-10 of them.
Yeah.
I might bring out the Raid.
Yeah.
Just to go ahead and knock that out.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
I'm just putting it out there. Sorry.
Yeah.
Environment.
Talking about the rainy season. Before the rainy season comes, we did have an influx of creepy crawly roaches, water bugs.
The water bugs.
And water bug is really a good way to describe. There are the bigger ones, the palmetto bugs, you might call them in Florida. And really because before the rainy season came, it was a drought, it was a heat wave, and just like any other creature on earth that needs water to survive, a roach needs some water too. So they start coming inside the house to try and find some water, whereas we really didn't see them any other time of the year. Don't see them very much now either. Now that there's water everywhere, thankfully. So that's always something you have to look out for, no matter where you live.
Right.
A roach is always going to show up somewhere.
Right. But it's very popular here to cover drains.
Yes.
So I spray essential oils that I know, well, the internet says that they don't like.
Yeah.
And then cover drains.
Yes.
For sure. Yeah.
And also, the way they build houses here, there's always, 100% of the time, a gap underneath your door that leads outside. So we have like a little beanbag snake that we put under the door
that somebody doesn't use on a regular basis, unless somebody else nags them.
Sometimes it just gets out of place.
But we do use the beanbag snake thing to cover the thing.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Whatever. Sometimes you want an extra little breeze under the door.
Man, if you don't cover that gap, well, I come downstairs, y'all be hot. Like, if you don't cover that gap, move on. I'm being nice. I'm sorry.
Are you being nice?
I'm sorry. Sorry. It's okay. We all forget things. It's okay.
To round out the insect trifecta that you're going to find everywhere: roaches, mosquitoes, and flies. You're going to get a fly. Period. Point blank.
My God.
And you want to be here and have your doors and windows open because during the day there's beautiful breezes.
So gorgeous, right?
Fresh air, and a lot of the houses here don't have screens built in.
Correct.
There's a patio door behind me. It does not have a built-in screen. I have a screen that I actually hang up from the ceiling, which is actually a little bit too short, which kind of defeats the purpose.
Don't know who measured it. Don't know who measured that.
First of all, it's only available in certain sizes.
I just said I don't
custom.
know. I didn't say you.
Anyway. Actually, if you go on Amazon, and I'm just thinking about this in the moment where I got the screens from. I got them on Amazon, and they have like a bunch of different sizes you can choose from. So you have to pick the size that's closest to what you have.
Window,
This was closest to what we have. I will leave some links in the description for these screens. I think they'd be useful anywhere. We have some on the windows. There's some on patio doors, so we have some kind of coverage to help them keep them from getting in and out. So that'll be very helpful for folks to kind of see.
And they affix in the middle with magnets.
Yeah, little magnet ones.
They're helpful.
You can easily walk through and get in and out. So now we've kind of gone through sort of the common house pests. There are some that are particular to this area of the world. And one I experienced because I think we went back to the U.S. for a couple weeks. House was empty. We come back home. And like when you're sitting in a space and for some reason your spidey sense goes off.
You ain't alone.
And you look at the exact spot. You just look over. And that bug is there.
You like, wait a minute, I'm looking at you. He's looking at me.
Right.
I'm looking back at him. He's like, what is that? And y'all, I just left. Didn't I? I left out the living room.
Yeah.
I was like, babe, you got that? You got that.
Yeah.
And
so
when you
I get up and I explored it. Like you couldn't really tell because he was sort of, I guess, sleeping on the wall, kind of like huddled up. So I couldn't really see what it was. I knew it was a bug. But then he sort of, as I swung the broom at him, he wakes up and his scorpion tail reveals itself. And it was a small one. It wasn't big. It wasn't like a big hard shell. It was pretty small, as scorpions go. So I went to battle. I had to, with the broom, try and attack the scorpion.
Thank
He
God
was
for
on the
husbands
door
and
right next to
brooms.
the edge of the door. So as I open the door to try and get him out, he goes into the crack in the crevice between the door and the door jamb, the door frame. So I couldn't really get him good. So I had to get an umbrella and try and get in there with an umbrella. And literally, he's like windmilling his scorpion tail, in case he hit something, just throwing haymakers at nothing.
Oh my Lord.
So it took a couple times, but with the umbrella, I finally got the right angle to just take him out and squash.
This is the first time I'm hearing the whole story.
I didn't tell you the whole story? The windmill tail?
No, because you told me you almost didn't even want to tell me.
You probably didn't want to hear about it.
Correct.
Yeah.
I still don't want to, but I'm doing this for you guys.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh my Lord.
So yeah, scorpions are a thing. They'll end up in the house. That's the only one we've seen in the 2 years we've been here. So, thankfully that hasn't been an ongoing issue.
That's true.
So yeah, that's another thing to look out for, scorpions.
That's true.
I don't know how dangerous the types of scorpions are here. But
spiders, because I've seen people post things on Facebook.
Yeah.
People take a picture, hey, Facebook friends, what is this? And people are so silly sometimes. It's a spider.
Right. Really? You don't say?
Really? No. They obviously want to know, I guess, what species. Do I need to be fearful? Do I need to pack my bags and go back home?
Yeah.
But there's always something that really can, I guess, endanger you in that kind of way. But you want to know. So we're just letting you guys know the deal. We have not seen crazy spiders in our homes.
No.
From California to here, we have not seen crazy spiders.
Now, living in North Carolina, I haven't seen a whole lot of them, but there are a lot of brown recluse spiders.
Yeah, there are a couple of friends.
I have a lot of friends I've had to have bites from brown recluse.
Yeah.
And they swell up your leg a little bit.
Yeah, I think I've actually heard people be attacked more or bitten more in the States, honestly.
Yeah.
So, go figure.
So, yeah, I don't know.
For the record, I'm grateful.
Yeah.
Move on. Close us out.
So, one interesting thing, not really much of a pest, but it was an interesting phenomenon I think that's kind of been happening at this particular house over the last probably 2 or 3 weeks. Like in the courtyard area behind us, you'll see in the background.
Oh, yeah.
There's like a little graveyard of dragonflies. We had like 3 of them.
In one day, right? Like 1 or 2 days?
Yeah, just laid out on the ground dead.
It was weird.
Not sure if like all of her raid spraying finally got to them somewhere and they picked it up, or the secret patchouli oils got into the system.
Or maybe they was coming to eat the mosquitoes and they just died of cholesterol.
Got overwhelmed. They lost the battle.
They ate themselves to death. Shoot, that's not me.
I don't know what it is, but the dragonflies, I don't really see a whole lot of. We happen to have 3 of them dead.
That's so true. We don't see a lot, right?
Area, yeah. So, not necessarily a pest per se, but just a weird happening as we're on the insect. Because we're going to move on to mammals soon enough.
Yes. Are we toward the end of the mosquitoes and the insects?
One more.
Okay, go ahead.
Which we have an experience when my mother did catch on video, which was this really fat, wriggly green and black caterpillar.
Oh, wow.
That was just, on his way into her garage. And
being a caterpillar. She's like, nah.
No thanks. Because green and black stripes, and it was maybe that fat. It was a good sized caterpillar.
Yeah, I remember.
So you don't know, caterpillars can be poisonous too.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
So
yeah,
I think when I looked it up, it just turns into a moth at some point. And
okay,
it's a regular caterpillar.
Oh my Lord.
But you'll see species of bug that you've never seen anywhere else.
Never seen, because you're in a different part of the world.
Right. I've seen some things that look like fireflies, but they don't light up. They really have the same coloration and
the little wing.
Yeah.
That's so funny. But one thing, just so y'all know, people come to San Miguel and to this part of Mexico for butterflies.
That is true. Not a pest, but an enjoyable experience. It's a time, I want to say it's April.
Is it, spring, right?
Where they all kind of bloom, and there's literally forests that you can go to that are just filled with butterflies.
Yeah.
You can basically go out there and they'll fly and land all on you and stuff.
I'm still good with that.
Yeah,
but I'm not going to freak out and be scared.
It's also a beautiful, once in a lifetime kind of thing.
Exactly. So people do come here trekking for monarch
butterflies.
Yeah.
For sure.
So I thought y'all should know. Especially if you stuck in to the end, now you got a good one.
Yeah. So, going from insects to mammals, a little larger. Have not seen a rat or a mouse at all, which is
nada
exceptional.
Rarely see a squirrel.
That's true. You don't see many squirrels.
Rarely have I seen a
Once in a
squirrel.
blue moon, you'll see a squirrel. Plenty of birds. But one thing we did have an issue with, I never actually saw the animal myself. My neighbor saw it, and her dogs went off when they saw it. But there was a animal that was going through the trash, so I could see the holes in the trash bag, and you know, they like sometimes you have enough trash where you can't close the lid all the way. And it's
It was a
popped up.
raccoon.
It was a possum.
A possum, okay.
And they have particular species of possum. It's not the same kind of possums we have. They're not the all white with the little prehensile tail.
He wears a little sombrero.
It's got a little. It looks a little raccoonish. He wears a sombrero. I respectfully apologize to my wife. This is not Speedy Gonzalez. No disrespect meant to anyone of Mexican heritage that your possums wear sombreros. Basically, we had a possum going through the trash. And like, you know, we're in a pretty developed city. You think about possums a little bit more further out in the country.
Really?
Not that far out in the country.
I don't. I think of possums and raccoons are like being in the suburbs.
Yeah.
Not that you're in the country, you know what I mean? So it's built up. There's 7-Eleven down the street.
Yeah.
There's a McDonald's on the corner, and there's a raccoon coming for your trash.
Yeah.
For whatever French fry you ain't finished.
Yeah.
So to me, they fit.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay.
That's all I got for you. I'm still stuck on that brother wear the hat.
Next to last on this list, there's one on the list that I'm actually just thought of in a moment that I haven't put on the list.
Which is?
But the one before that one is dogs.
In the name.
You think about something that is a pest.
That is above every name.
That is bothersome. And I know y'all love dogs out there. And I like a dog too.
Dogs are cool.
But
Butter
y'all might be able to hear it in the background. Dog barking outside.
And when these dogs bark, they don't stop.
They don't stop.
They don't stop.
Yes.
The one, they're just yappy dogs. Yes, I said dogs. Just yappy. Just yap and bark. My God, my God. The funny thing is, the dogs that are on the street, because there's a ton of...
The street dogs don't bark.
They don't bark. They don't do nothing but just look at you, hey. And you're like, oh, hey. Nothing. But the house dogs...
And the thing is, if you were to ask the house dogs and they could speak English or Spanish, whatever, they don't wear sombreros. They would tell you that everything is a pest.
Oh, my.
Milkman coming down the street, sweet potato man, guy on the motorbike, the owner that lives in the house that I know, that's my friend, that's my human. When their car drives up, I have to bark.
Motorcycle, Uber
when
Eats.
I'm on the roof and the dog that's in the garage starts barking, I'm going to bark just because he's barking.
Because my friend's barking. Because it's a barking party.
When the street dog that comes down is living a free life, that does not have the life that I have.
Has nothing to say.
Nothing. I'm going to bark at him too.
We've seen at least 100. I mean, and I'm not even being facetious or dramatic in any kind of way.
Yeah.
We've seen literally hundreds of street dogs from California to here.
Yeah.
There are dogs everywhere, and not one of them has barked.
No.
Not one.
There's no reason to. For what?
For what? For why?
Saw a dog yesterday.
Okay.
His whole backside was furless and had some issues going on. You know, he's probably scratching and biting back there. Something, something getting him.
Honey.
Did he have to bark? No.
Not once.
But did Sultan on the roof bark at him? You better believe he did.
Salted ass.
Snowball, Snow Puff, and Snow Creamsicle across the street, all I'm barking.
Oh my Lord. So yeah, that's true.
Reason.
That's true. And if y'all wonder about cats, because someone did Facebook, like, has anybody ever seen a cat? Very rarely will you see a stray cat.
Yeah, not a lot of stray cats for some reason.
Very rarely. It's very interesting.
My theory is that because there are so many stray dogs, they take care of the stray cat problem.
You think so? Do dogs
And probably the
really
stray
eat
rat.
cats?
I don't know if they eat them, but I mean, if you're on the streets and you're hungry and you ain't got no other
Is that
recourse,
a thing?
yeah.
Because cats will eat a mouse.
Yes, dogs will get a mouse too.
Dogs eat mice?
They will, yeah.
But do dogs really eat cats?
Dogs are carnivores. They'll eat anything. Actually, I say omnivore. They will eat anything. Yeah.
Y'all leave a comment, because I really
imagine if it gets hungry
can
enough
see it.
and it comes across a cat and it can actually catch them.
Because I'm thinking about the dogs, not necessarily a wolf, but their cousins.
I mean, if they're out there,
they're canines.
Basically wolves. They've gone back.
But they're so friendly
They've gone
and
back to their
peaceful.
roots. It's like going back to Africa for dogs. They get back outside.
You guys, thank you for
hitting that tribal thing in the dog.
Thank
you know what I'm
for
saying?
sticking in. But for real, if y'all want to know more, send us a little comment, a question. Like, comment,
why you cutting off my joke? You over there with sombreros on the possum. I let your joke roll.
We appreciate you all. And we reached 100 subscribers. Hey. Thank you, guys.
We've reached 800 subscribers.
That's what I just said.
You said 100.
800.
It sounded like you said 100.
Listen,
Roll
Linda,
back the tape. If she said 100, put in the comments, put 100.
Listen, Linda.
But, yes.
We appreciate y'all.
One last pest I'm going to throw in is...
You better not say me.
People.
Oh, okay. People.
Pests.
I'm the cutest pest you done ever did seen.
Yeah, so we use it to whole like, comment, subscribe.
Yes.
If you want to be a 7997-er, go ahead and hit that join button. Get into the membership.
Yeah.
We got all kinds of content up there.
Yes.
Just go check it out.
Yeah.
I think actually from the outside you can see which videos you can actually look at, but you can't look at the video.
Right.
So take a look through there. If there's something that you might enjoy.
Not sorry.
Click the button. 100 pesos a month.
Yep.
About $5 US.
Yep. And we got some swag for you guys.
Yep.
Next time you see us, hopefully, we will have on a t-shirt. I'll have my coffee mug that my husband done bought me. 7997.
We got the 7997 joints. We got the Cuida de Adios Garce t-shirts as well. If you want a little bit of that. We got some bucket hats. We got a little bit of everything for everybody. So enjoy.
Just try and keep it fly.
Yeah.
We appreciate y'all. Cuida de.
Arias Garce. Take care and take a chance. And we will see you guys next time. Peace out. This is the 7997 podcast. Your home for raw and honest conversation. Featuring Chris and Jackie. With new episodes every Sunday, wherever you get your podcasts.